Hello friends, I'm here today with a set of challenging maths questions for kids. These will fuel their love for maths. Welcome to Happiness Mantra. Do like, share and subscribe for more such videos. Ideally, you can jot down the questions for them to solve, as some children may take time to do so. Let them solve on their own. Help only if needed. Do type answers in the comments.
So let's start with the first question. As you can see, it says 28 plus 2 equals what minus 3? We'll solve this part first. 28 plus 2 is 30. All the children will be able to write that. Now, here they need to get the same answer. So what number minus 3 would again give them 30? So if we do 30 minus 3, it won't happen, it's 27. Similarly, this won't work. So the correct answer in this case is 33. 33 minus 3 is again 30, and 30 and 30 match. So that is how this is solved. The reason I've taken up questions like this is because basically the question is very simple. The child is able to do this as well as sums like this separately. But here they are analyzing, correlating, and actually using the concept which they've learned in maths for a better learning experience. Now, which is correct? 12 minus 2. 12 minus 2 gives us 10. So 2 tens and 1 1 is not 10. So this sentence is incorrect. 23 minus 4. This is 19, which is equal to 19 ones. Similarly, we can check for these and we'll find that only this is the correct option. Dash is smaller than 29. Now here the children have to really focus. Such questions help to build concentration. Children actually learn to read a question, understand it, which helps in their higher level education. So which number is smaller than 29 but greater than 21? So 16 is not greater than 21, it does not satisfy. 21, again it is not greater than 21, this is again not satisfied. 25, it is greater than 21, smaller than 29. This one is correct. I'll also explain the last one. It's 32. So it is not smaller than 29, therefore cannot be the correct option. So here you see, normally children would easily identify this. They would easily identify this. But here they have to use both concepts and figure out which number is correct as the answer. Next step. Jane gave 4 fish to each of her 6 cats. How many fish were there in all? Now, since we're targeting it for 6 to 8-year-olds, a 6-year-old might not know the tables. So here they can just draw a diagram or figure it out like that. So, if they decide to have 6 cats, I am not drawing cats because I'm not very good at drawing. So 3, 4, 5 and 6. And they give 4 fish to each cat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on. Once we have all these fish in place, they can just count the number of fish and reach the answer 24. The students who are a little older or who know the concept of multiplication can simply multiply and give the answer. So it totally depends on the age of the child and what conceptual understanding the child has. Again, find the missing number. 5 plus dash plus 3 is 12. So we'll add 5 and 3, it gives us 8. So basically the question becomes 8 plus dash is 12. And after this, it's easy to figure out the answer. It's 4, 8 plus 4, 12. Again, a simple question, but like I have constantly been saying, we are just encouraging children to read, understand, and apply the concept. 3 plus 2 is greater than. So we need a number which is greater than the answer of 3 plus 2. So we need a number more than 5. So we get a 6 here, we get a 3, we get 5, and we get a 5 again. So naturally this is the correct answer, and this becomes our option. Moving on to question number 7. What's missing in the number pattern? Now here again, if the child does not know the table, it's completely okay. The idea is to get them to understand patterns which are hidden in this number sequence. So here obviously we cannot correlate anything between these two. We'll move ahead. So 30 and 33 and 36. It's a jump of 3. 31, 32, and you land at 33. Similarly, 34, 35, and you land at 36. So now either the child can do back counting to figure out this, or move ahead 24, 25, 26, and the correct answer 27. But this pattern is something that the child needs to figure out, and they can do it easily even without knowing the table of 3. And in fact, even if they do know the table, they would probably know up to 3 times 10, which is 30. So again, they will need to figure out how the pattern made sense. Now we have an odd number just before 97. So here the child will need to know 2 concepts, the concepts of an odd number as well as before. Okay, so a simple before answer would be 96, of course, but this is an even number. It'll not work. So we go one number before this and we come to 95, which is an odd number and which is our correct answer as well. Now we have this question which says, what is missing in this number diagram? It is similar to this earlier question. Let me find it. Yes, it was similar to question number 5, where we had to figure out what number was missing in the box. Just the presentation is a little different, so the children get used to using their concept of logic in different ways, applying their logic, applying their knowledge to a question. So since I already explained, it's similar to that, which means we'll do 11 plus 15, which gives us 26. And we need a number here, which would be 40 minus 26, which gives us 14. So the correct answer here would be 14. 11 plus 14 plus 15 gives us 40. The last question for this video. Mike and Rohan have 15 balls altogether. Mike has 6 balls. How many more balls does Rohan have than Mike? Again, it is a simple question. The numbers, the units taken have been very simple because we need the child to apply logic and to understand the question. The target is not calculation, it is more understanding of a question. So when we say that Mike and Rohan have 15 balls and Mike has 6 balls, so we'll write Mike 6 balls and let's see how many does Rohan have. That would be 15 minus 6, which is 9 balls, right? So Rohan has 9 balls, but what the question says is not how many balls does Rohan have. The question asks how many more balls does Rohan have, which means that since Mike has 6 and Rohan has 9, the more balls belong to Rohan, which is 9 minus 6, and that's 3, right? Because we can just do it diagrammatically as well. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 balls here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 balls here. So if this part is equal, what remains is 3. So 3 extra balls, 3 more balls. That is how this question has to be interpreted and solved. Do encourage your children to think with maths. The more they deal with numbers, the more they understand a question, the better off they will be, and the more they'll enjoy maths. Maths will not be a boring and dull subject. It will not be something that they're scared of in future.
In case children find it challenging, explain it like I did. Give practice with similar questions and help them to use their brain analytically. Let me know in the comments the ones which they got right. Happy learning, happy teaching.